what is wrong with Trinidad. You can't understand why things go on so bad. You find we so rich in human resources, and yet the country going to pieces. Well, let me tell you, my friend, where we went wrong. After Eric Williams' old car breakdown, we called in an AR, we ordered an X-car and installed a new driver. With 33 passengers from the party, we gave him a maxi taxi, fitted with mag wheels, tape deck, computer, air conditioned 8-cylinder. With much new fittings, this maxi car arrived. Then it started to swerve and nosedive. It took a year for passengers to realize. They say the new driver cannot drive. Of the 33 chosen passengers, Ramnath, Pandey, Humphrey and Sudama, they wouldn't let the poor driver drive in peace. They distracting him and wouldn't cease. While he driving, they hitting him some big cloud. So he stopped the maxi and put them out. And to discuss their fate, they went to drink us straight by a club called 88. The driver called his sweet mouth friend Flash Gordon to give him some driving lessons. Flash appointed himself as the conductor, pushing around them passengers. Meanwhile the car running about helter-skelter. Pedestrians started to scatter. Ellis Clark had to jump and run to stay alive. He says the new driver cannot drive. Questioning me so much about the driver. You want proof to show he can't maneuver. Well boy, the first month he get this driving job, you know the man bounced down for you, Rick Bob. He's swerving so much, John Humphrey get frightened. John ask him where he buy his license. And while the car's swerving, John Humphrey trying to hold on to the steering. Well, some school children by the road run like hell. They lose their lunch and books as well. He driving on the fast Neil and Massey Lane and pelt Mr. Cola straight in the drain. He slammed the brakes on them old public servants. Some get injured, no insurance. Then he tied them up in bonds that he connived. They say the new driver cannot drive.
Good afternoon, folks. It's another Independent Talk. It's Sunday. Good afternoon to the big guy. And good afternoon to
Igwe, good evening, Kibi.
Yes, sir.
The new driver cannot drive, Kibi.
Can all wheel.
If you want proof that he cannot man over. First month, he take office, he slam the brakes on faith organization, CJs, and then poor people children in Carrico. That's proof he cannot man over KB. And come tomorrow, Monday the 5th.
By thy
Budget.
fruits. By thy fruits.
By thy fruit you shall know them. Still Grenada is my constituency, Igwe. Real FM is my parliament. The people chose me spokesman. So I will speak what the people ask of me, Igwe. And I'm blessed by the Ancient of Days. Folks, welcome one, welcome all to this Independent Talk. On Independent Talk, where we deal with all issues of national importance. All issues. And we welcome the participation of you, the listeners, in the program. We have another showers of blessings at our sides. Today we'll speak on issues as relates to transformation. We'll speak on issues as relates to FIU. We'll speak on issues as relates to the stimulus package. And per usual, we speak of things that is happening in real life. But before we go into any discussion, Igwe, I need to read something from the Psalms, because I believe the word of the Ancient of Days is important, because we subscribe KB as a Christian nation, so we ought to subscribe as to what it says. So we're gonna be trying to read something today from Psalms chapter 30 and verse 5 KB. And I'm reading from the King James Version. And when we realize the brakes is being slammed on poor people, children, KB, the faith-based workers, the CJ workers, the workers who used to be doing contract on the road, the beautification as they would call it contract. And it says 5, 6 and 7. For his anger endureth, but for a moment. In his favor of life, weeping may endure for the night, but joy cometh in the morning. And in my prosperity I said, I shall never be moved. Lord, by thy favor, thou hast made my mountain to stand strong. Thou didst hide thy face, and I was troubled. So weep not, KB. The hard times come. Joy cometh in the morning. You know you always could rely on the new national party to bring back this country.
Yes.
So what we're going through now, weep not, for joy cometh in the morning. So as I say, folks, we will touch on a little bit about the Integrity Commission and persons going before it, and declare that integrity is not a weekend lover. It's a full-time lover. You cannot be have partial integrity. I need to touch on an issue with the pay and grade of the police officer. We need to speak on the issue, KB, of, because a lot is being made, KB, about the $30,000 assistance to small business people. And first things first, Devon Romain and Errol Bonaparte, two of our ardent listeners, Igwe, I think today is their birthday.
Birthday, okay, happy
So,
birthday, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, happy birthday to you guys. So KB, well, you always set the table.
Yes.
So it's your turn.
Master Carl, could we get a clip of Mr. Deacon address to the young people in River Sally?
Which one you want? Because we have so many clips
We have a lot.
with them men and them KB.
We have one where you
We talking about the young people?
Yes.
Igwe, let me just take a small break. Let me set up that for KB, because KB is the senior here. Because we have so many clips. We want to.
asking me what is wrong with Trinidad. You can't understand why things go on so bad. You find we so rich in human resources, and yet the country going to pieces. Well, let me tell you, my friend, where we went wrong. After Eric Williams' old car breakdown, we called in an AR, we ordered an X-car and installed a new driver. With 33 passengers from the party, we gave him a maxi taxi, fitted with my wheels, tape deck, computer, air conditioned with cylinder. With much new fittings, this maxi car, then it started to swerve and nosedive. It took a year for passengers to realize, they say, the new driver cannot drive. Well, of the 33 chosen passengers, Ramnath Pandey, Humphrey and Sudama, they wouldn't let the poor driver drive in peace. They distracting him and wouldn't cease. While he driving, they hitting him some big cloud. So he stopped the maxi and put them out. And to discuss their fate, they went to drink us straight by a club called 88. The driver
that you dare threaten our young people by telling them that if they exercise their God-given right to choice and to vote for the National Democratic Congress, that you will fire them, that you will intimidate them, that you will threaten them. In 2022, no safer hand coming from the West can intimidate you and tell you you will be fired if you vote for the National Democratic Congress. You know why? Because you have a lawyer from the East who will rise up, who will stand up, who will fight, who will go to the length and breadth of Grenada to fight for you and to fight for your rights. Safer hand was concerned about protecting your job. If the safer hand was concerned about protecting your job, he would have made you permanent so that no government who comes after can fire you or threaten to fire you or intimidate you. The reason he has not protected your job by making you permanent, the reason they've kept you on contract is because they want to be able to threaten you and intimidate you and fire you when you stand up for your rights. Not any money, you are a worker just like every worker in Grenada. And just like every worker in Grenada, when you have this lawyer fighting for you, nobody will fire you if you vote for the National.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I hear you, Honorable Deacon Mitchell. We hear you. Baby Jesus, we hear you. We all listen to you. And so much people fall for what you had to say to them. Fall for this lie and deceit. And listen to this man says, he will fight for the workers of this country. We always warn you to study your history well. Failing to do so, you will repeat the mistake of the past over and over again. This man have no track record no history of standing up for any worker. Look at the man history. We warn you, study your history well. The workers in SGU, some of them who refused to take the vaccine, ask Honorable Deacon Mitchell, who was the lawyer defending SGU against the workers. Ask him that. The man says he's standing up and defend workers. Ask the poor landowners in Livera, when we're struggling to get compensation for their property, when all the NDC was demonstrating against the investors for not paying the landowners money due to them. Ask Honorable Deacon Mitchell, who was the lawyer defending the investors against these poor people. He says standing up for workers. When the poor woman's house was burnt to the ground in Sotez, and about 3 children get burnt in that fire.
They died, kid.
They
They
died.
don't get born. They're dead.
They're dead. Dr. Mitchell was the one who assisted in burying some of the children.
Facts.
Ask Honorable Deacon Mitchell, who was the lawyer defending Grand Lake
Good evening, Auntie Clytie.
against that poor woman. The man says he's standing up for workers. Oh, you could watch people in dry ice on life for them. How could you do that? As Master Carl say, by thy fruits you shall know them. And we ask you to study your history well. Study your history well. Failure to do so, you will repeat the mistake over and over again. You make the mistake the first time, Imani. We warn you, we warn you. You go and repeat it. Contract workers, we warn you. We ask you to look at NNP, look at NDC, make your choice. Who will suit your interests? Majority of Grenadians choose NDC. No. They realize the man took them for a ride. We warn you, every time the NDC take power, they will attack the poor and vulnerable in the society. Something about poor people they can't stand. Remember the $10 they took off from road workers? Hundreds of poor people sent home. You just take them for the word for granted. You don't believe they was going to do that a second and third time. No. They unleash war against the poor people in this country. Come budget, tomorrow is budget. Budget day tomorrow. And the first thing you will hear, they cut the budget for Imani, for the poor and vulnerable, all this social network that will protect the poor. They cut that. They declare war on the poor people in this country. Tell your brothers and sisters, we have a history. Look at this. Look at our history. Uncle Gary defend workers. You could say what you want. You could say what you want about Maurice Bishop. Alan Court is standing up for the poor and vulnerable in this country. Look at Peter David. Alan Court is standing up for the poor and vulnerable in society. Look at Chester Humphrey history. You could say what you want about Boomchest. He always on the side of the workers. Look at Dr. Mitchell. Look at Dr. Mitchell, always on the side of the poor and vulnerable. I'll give you a story. During the revolution, one Christmas Eve night, Lieutenant Justin Roberts came into the prison, took a young guy from Montreach by the name of Pascal, took him from his cell 12 o'clock in the night and brought him back in the wee hours of the morning on a stretcher with blood oozing from his anus. The same day, morning, Bishop Sidney Childs came to Richmond Hill Prison to hold his regular service with prisoners. Winston White, Leslie Pierre, Lloyd Noel, Jerry Romaine, Teddy Victor, all the big guns in the prison, approach Bishop Sidney Childs and point out the kind of atrocities, the kind of vicious attack on political detainees. He said he was going to look into it, and nothing happened. When all newspaper go and hide, when all political party go and hide, when all journalists go and hide, you know the person who stood up by themselves alone in front of the United Nations with a placard and say, oh God, don't do greater than that? Dr. Keith Mitchell. Only he stood up in front of the UN by himself alone with a placard and he said, oh God, all you do greater than that. Everybody else go in the crab hole. Everybody else hide. We say, by the fruits, Master Carl, we shall know them. They are history. When people stood up for the workers of this country. But, baby Jesus, Honorable Deacon Mitchell, we have no history where you ever stood up for the workers of this country. We have history where you fight against everybody. If against the workers in SGU, you was against them. The landowners in Batway, Livera, you was against them. The poor woman who house burnt and lost her children in Sotes, you were against them. We thought you give up, but you go in government and you're still against them. You will be reading that budget tomorrow, Deacon Mitchell, and I'm certain in that budget there will be clear sign, signal, where you will point your fingers at the Imani. You will point your fingers at the contract workers and attack them and cut the budget. Now, when we heard you make that statement, hey, look, you cannot see the concrete work in the different constituencies, especially in St. George's. You're not getting value for money. We ask, I wonder where the man eyes is. How come he can't see it? And I tell you, when the NNP took that decision to empower the poor, ordinary workers in the constituency, when he took that decision to give the contractors in the different villages the work to do concrete drain, sidewalks, slipper drain, pavement, and so on. A lot of NDC raised fingers. But we said no. Dr. Mitchell said no. All the work should never be given to big companies. No, you don't do that. We understand, yes, Mount Kuma, we expect a big company to do that. Work on the airport, we expect a big company to do that. The St. Patrick's Road rehabilitation, we expect a big company. But when you have little culverts, little concrete work in the different villages, that must go to them poor people, children in the village. Develop their skill, empower them. The money will stay in the village. Mr. Deacon say concrete rock now will be a thing of the past. By thy fruits we shall know them. Whose interest will they seek? You understand? And budget tomorrow will be one for all of us to listen and make comment. Just want to divert a little bit. Someone said to me, watch, all of them have to face the Integrity Commission. All man. And I understand we need 2 persons face that tape. The rest afraid. The rest afraid to face the tape. 2 persons we know will never or comfortable facing that tape. Is Andy and Teresford. These 2 people will afraid to face that tape. We're waiting for them to face that tape. Master Carl, good morning. All over the country, people love to hear you. Wish you all the best. And you have everybody's support, all NNP support, Master Carl. Continue doing what you're doing. God will bless you, provide a way for you. And I'll tell you, we have great hopes for you in the future. And you can depend on us. We go watch you back. We will watch you back, Master Carl. NNP will watch you back. Continue to what you're doing.
Bye. Bye.
This is Urban Life.
You asking me what is wrong with Trinidad? You can't understand why things go on so bad. You find we so rich in human resources, and yet the country going to pieces. Well, let me tell you, my friend, where we went wrong. After Eric Williams' old car breakdown, we called in an AR, we ordered an X-Con and installed a new driver. With 33 passengers from the party, we gave him a maxi taxi, fitted with mag wheels, tape deck, computer, air conditioned with cylinder. With posh new fittings, this maxi car arrived. Then it started to swerve and nosedive. It took a year for passengers to realize. They say the new driver cannot drive.
Holy Will Igwe.
Yes, Igwe. Now, it is instructive in that clip we played there when he say, the Prime Minister say he tell people he go fight for them. And with all justice to the Honorable Prime Minister, I like to give credence where credence is due. So I didn't have the opportunity of knowing the gentleman really. But like he mentioned, by his fruits you shall know them. And he mentioned something instructively here. Why is he still keeping these people on them on contract? Because you see, the NNP just wanted to keep them in contract for the whims and fancy. Why is he still keeping them on contract, firstly? When we say the new driver cannot drive Igwe, the proof that the driver cannot maneuver is by the reckless and callous decisions he is making. Faith-based, CJs, the people in Carrico, the people on Paul's Airport, the people on the road, who used to be maintaining the thing, they have the testimony, KB, of the action of this present Prime Minister and the government. But A leopard cannot change its skin, KB.
Correct.
Character and pregnancy cannot be hidden.
No, man.
You go try, but people go know. So here goes, KB. Case number GDHC CV2014/2067. And I give you this information because I want them to say it's not true.
Yes.
I want them to say we lying. The Honorable Prime Minister represent the breweries against workers. So whilst he was telling people he will fight for workers, he does represent big business against workers. Facts. So they could jump up and play brave until they sweat. But these are empirical facts, Igwe. They could call here whatsoever name they want. But real FM will continue, Igwe, to be like John the Baptist. Even though we dey crying out in the wilderness, we go cry. Because he was the forerunner, the precursor to the word when he became flesh and dwell among men. The scripture say, weep for now for the night, but joy cometh in the morning. Second, GDAHCV 2007/0045. He represent lassos against workers. So the man track record, KB,
Exactly.
is working against workers. So when he slammed the brakes on CJs and Faith and other poor people children, that's what he accustomed doing.
Study your history well.
That's what he comfortable doing.
Study your history well.
So when we come here on Real FM and we say that, they go jump up and play brave, they go say all kind of things they want to say. But they cannot dispute that. I challenge them and get we don't pull it down. When we challenge them, get we don't go in and delete thing on Facebook and thing after, you know. We live in it day.
Yeah, man.
Day for them to watch.
Yeah,
I challenge them to say what I say, these things are not true.
We're not gonna edit nothing.
We don't go and edit. We giving you hardcore. The rice mill against marketing board. GDAHCV 2006/0377. Claim 13 of 2005. He represent Grand Lake against Isaac Peter. So he always representing big business against people.
Against small business.
He represent Calabash against Indra Williams. He always representing things. He represent WRB Green Lake against all the people of Green Lake. The same set he tell he go fight for them. But he represent WRB Green Lake against them. And I want them to challenge me and say that not true.
By thy fruits.
Well, KB, you speak about it. The person who lose the 3 children just a stone throw from here, Igwe.
Yeah.
They get nothing because of the, as you see, because of the brilliance of the Prime Minister. They get nothing.
Keep me child to bury the strength.
Because the brilliance of the Prime Minister, this present Prime Minister, they get nothing because he representing Green Lake against them. Igwe. And that is it. The fruits of the matter. A leopard cannot change his spot. Pregnancy and character go hand in hand. Integrity, KB, is not a weekend lover.
No, man.
He's a full-time lover, as Black Stalin say, not no part-time joker.
You go from the out.
So when those who they champion as champion of integrity, when they only want to speak when it suit them, integrity, sir, is not a weekend love affair. It's a full-time something.
Yeah. Every day you're practicing.
Either you be a man of integrity or you're not.
Yeah.
You can be a sometimes man of integrity. So when they talk about the cabinet conclusion,
Yeah, man.
with the Polish guy, you're quick to speak. But when you get money in your account, you don't say nothing. When they make all these people and them in CJs and them don't get in a bread for the Christmas, you don't say nothing. But people saying you is a man of integrity. So, integrity is not a weekend love affair.
No, man.
It's a full-time thing. Either he's a man of integrity or you're not. And when you support in the fact that persons, and here the latest one, KB, they saying if you're an NNP, you cannot be a patriot.
True.
And a man what come here, what say that to you? A man what come here, he don't ban here, he come here.
True.
saying if you're not a NNP, you can't be a patriot. I want her to come for me. So you see the thing now, so the man in charge, the driver. So when we say he cannot drive, we don't just saying things. We have the empirical facts to show. First, the actions he taking against poor people, and you have to know that man cannot drive. The people he represented against the people of Grenada and other workers, you know he cannot drive KB.
Only big business.
And when he speaks, and the unions categorize his statement
And say lie.
as manifestly certified false, you know the new driver cannot drive. And that is a fact. And a man tell me, I don't even talk about the SGU people when he represent them during COVID recently. When we represent and some of them lose their work because they didn't want to take the juke. That is the antecedents of the man. So when we come here, Igwe, and we speak of these things, we know what we're speaking of.
He don't like poor people.
So all he talk about the Imanis. Tomorrow we go find out, Gates. What is the plan he have for the Imanis and the young people? Like it's Adam in the garden hiding. Monday we go find him out.
Yeah.
Cockmore go kill Cock Monday. Because we go, all of us go have the opportunity to hear the budget. And we go hear all the old talk, like you say, performance beat old talk every day. We go hear what is in it for the young people, the youth enterprise. We go hear what it is for the elderly among us, those who the needy assistance program. We go here. We go here.
Geriatric care.
Then it go be again KB, clip after clip after clip.
Yeah, man.
Because
You go remind them?
the clip, all the promises going on the road, even chopping the seaweed
Yeah, man.
and legalizing marijuana. We go here
Yeah, man.
and we go compare Igwe and we go contrast. And we go tell them fast, who civilized and who, I ain't gonna say more. And then we might have to lock him Igwe, if you know. And then get Mano Benjamin too. I ain't gonna say more. People understand. If you don't know Mano Benjamin, they know. So it's serious business here. Managing a country, KB, is serious business. And Dr. Keith Mitchell said to them, but all you need training. They say, pass the ball. I say, for who? They vex with me. No, they had the ball. They only go they don't even VAR don't even interrupt them because everything outside.
They score in their own goal.
So tomorrow, Igwe, Monday,
Judgment Day.
we go find them out because they have a lot of talk.
Yeah, man.
They talk.
And then they go come up with a bigger budget than NNP.
Nah, man, for school children, say it is information to suggest that the main budget from last year go cut. And the recurrent part of it go increase by almost 70-something million.
How they could cut it?
And they don't giving us no measures to making money. But they say they would take out VAT, so we wait. Because they say to solve the cost of living thing in Grenada was remove VAT for 12 months and remove the duties on freight. Well, they remove the duties on freight. And I will tell you fast, no purpose, no feel.
No.
Thing go up.
Thing go up.
But we want to hear about VAT because that the remedy you give. We want to hear about VAT. Now, Igwe. Yeah, KB, let me hear. Go on.
What I'm saying, they want to transform the society.
What transformation?
Yeah, but what I'm saying, they must tell us where they will generate income. How they will generate income.
Now we go here tomorrow. That's what I tell you, Obama drop tomorrow. If you watch my Facebook post, KB, I say Obama drop, run for cover. Save your mama. So we go here tomorrow. Because all the old talk, all of us say who lying, Keith Mitchell lying, and last year they call the budget tokenism. Election though they near now.
Yes.
So there's no need to present election budget. We await your budget. They call you the brightest man, the brightest lawyer. You see, you're rising from the east. They say wise men come from the east. I want to see if you could be identified in that elite few. I want to see. And the nation will be watching. Real FM Parliament will be watching. Tomorrow, KB, I'll take out my shades and my glasses and my Marcona go beyond.
It will be interesting.
What is it? So you make for interesting reading.
Master Cole, I just want to hint something to you. NDC took power under Nicholas Brafitt and so. And one Christmas day, I was popping by Dr. Mitchell home, and I saw him going through that budget. And I said, Doc, Christmas Day, you know, you should be taking a rest now. And he said, Key, you see that budget? When I finish with it, that is the end of the NDC. Dr. Mitchell took that budget and he attacked it for 3 days. 3 days he beat up on NDC. And NDC never recovered. I don't know what will be his response to that budget. But if there is any loophole, I know he will spot it out.
KB, you have a lot of Buddha men in that budget.
If any loophole, he will spot it out and humiliate them. And I remember when my good friend produced the budget under NDC, Brother Nazim Bok, big numbers, and they asked Nazim, hey, where will be the money coming from to back up what you're saying? He had no answer.
KB, I say this as relates to the budget and so on. Igwe, I say this. Mathematicians find solutions, Igwe. Lawyers, KB, create problems. Who the cap feet? Draw the string. I ain't calling them. All I would say, mathematicians solve problem, KB. And lawyers create problems. Just a little while ago, they sanction one, they debar one or whatsoever from the rule. So I'm well within facts to say that.
I think we all be going on Thursday.
And then all the inconsistencies came because there's some figures in the budget, yeah, but you don't have the empirical evidence to support them. All that will be stripped bare right down to the autumn. So tomorrow and Thursday is time. Albeit they're hoping that the visit of the Cuban Prime Minister will take out a little shine on the presentation Thursday. What we go be there?
Yeah, we'll be there. But
and we have a moss green suit, my occasion suit. Moss green.
I know it.
My occasion suit. It's like my uniform for occasions. That was we in Thursday.
yeah,
My moss green.
Fresh.
I hope we get chance to get in.
We must get in, man.
You're getting in.
We from Real FM, the People's Parliament. We have to be there. We don't ordinary.
I'm looking forward, Master Cole.
And KB, and beside getting there, going on, because Master Carl Caton,
yes.
Carl Ansel Caton, has been in the corridors of power and has been in the house
Yeah.
as a senator, you know. So by right,
Oh,
I'm supposed to get some invite.
You qualify.
KB, I is one at the 1% in Greenland.
Okay.
For people who enter the corridor of power, Igwe.
Okay.
It's 1% of the people live.
But I forgot.
I is 1% of that elite fuel.
Igwe, you remember he was a senator?
Yeah.
So when they running them out Igwe
Yeah,
and saying all kind of thing, Master Carl being there done that, a lot of them is wanna be. They never will be. Igwe. A lot of them jumping up and trying to force themselves on journalists and money finding in the underwear. They want to be. But I've been there.
All right.
Done that.
It will be very interesting to hear what they have for the farmers of this country and the agriculture sector. They always beat up. NNP don't like agriculture. NNP don't be tomorrow. We're going to hear what you have for the farmers of this country, what you're going to tell us about the Nutmeg Association, the Cocoa Association, and how you will revitalize the agricultural sector.
KB.
We want to hear it tomorrow.
KB.
Because you like agriculture.
KB, my main concern, KB, is they call the last budget tokenism when the NNP tackled the cost of living in this country. They call it tokenism. And they call it an election budget.
Yeah.
KB, I want to hear. And they used to say NNP does give a what? Just free.
Yeah, man.
Handout.
Handout.
So I want to hear. We not no nation of extraordinary. We want to hear.
The cry of the people.
We want to hear.
Cost of living.
We want to
High
hear.
electricity bill.
What the number gets to call in here?
442-01.
Somebody asking me that. 442.
0175. You guys ready to open the lines?
Yes, we're going to take our 2 calls.
All right.
So once they come, we'll take it.
All right, we have one already. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You're too close to your radio, Rasta.
Yeah, I take it up.
Yes.
Lieutenant,
Rasta, how you going?
Master Carl.
Yo.
We.
Hey, man.
We did.
All the men, why they go man go do agriculture?
Well, we want to
They
know.
do the farm program for about 3 weeks, and the 4th of last month they close it down, and they say they might open it next year. Yeah, the farm program closed down on the 4th of last month, and I listened to Terry and Tennessee Heartbeat. He telling the people
Rasta.
we try to be with faith.
Rasta.
Later.
I respect you, but let me don't give them any forward on that program.
Let him
Oh
hear.
no, I'm just saying why he say he asking, he calling on the people that was in Facebook to take Facebook to court for the money.
And who faith based taking to court for the money?
Well, I tried to call the program, but they answer me call. They didn't take my call. I had to call them immediately, but they didn't take the call. So we had to drop some fire. We had to drop some fire on that today.
Rasta.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Rasta, what they vex about Rasta? They come with this red herring about faith based on CJs. And Real FM debunk it one time. We give the people simple maths to work out the $6 million. We tell the people 312 people they work, we tell them the salaries, we tell them how much, we tell them 6,000 for administrative costs and paying for utilities and so on in terms of CJs, and then we tell them all that. So they're weak because they say how they don't make nobody go to. They say nobody don't lose their work. But Rasta, we know. Tomorrow we go know. KB. We go find them out tomorrow. We go find them out tomorrow. No.
So sad.
I have an issue to raise, KB. And I said it here before. Yeah, let me take that call. I'll read it after I call.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah, afternoon.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You know now, Mr. KB, that these people and them are begging for toys and donation to give out to children.
Yeah, they are in America begging, we know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but they're doing that here locally too. Because they announced that in church this morning. And what they want and what they're trying to do, to combine it with the schools, that school, Shuarsi school, to say like it's a kind of, so then people going to get distracted. But at least the people know what they're talking about.
Okay, thanks for the information.
Okay.
Thanks for calling.
All right.
Numbers to call 442-0175.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hey, they're boasting that they pay everybody the way up to. They state that the people that dead. You have people with children that died. I mean, the mother and them died. You have a lady with 5 children that used to get help from America. But people used to send things for them. When the people hear that they're getting money, people decide to stop. Same thing because they're getting money. When they call the office, they do everything what they're supposed to do. If the lady tell them the PS don't know when they're paying the people they reactivate. That is the state reactivate. So that means that they didn't pay no money to them yet. And some of the teachers that died, with the teachers' pay, up to now, some of them didn't get paid. I'd like to tell you how things going with them. They really don't know what they're doing. Because I figure that the people that dead, and they think them people have children to live too. They have to survive. You understand? They have nobody to do for them, most of them. So see about the state too. But don't say you don't know when you're paying them. So tomorrow, please the Lord, according to you, that budget's cut so bad. It's so, I don't know how to call it. It's not a budget, it's not maybe a tax reform thing they might try. Anyhow, have a good day.
Thanks for the information.
All right, we have a next one on the WhatsApp. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, good afternoon, Mr. Kalgum, afternoon, KV.
How are you doing, Chief? You good? How is Northeast?
Yeah, I'm okay, man. Okay.
How is Northeast?
Yeah. Hello?
How is Northeast? You're in the West?
Northwest.
Northwest,
Northwest.
yeah. Northwest, yeah.
Yeah, KV, when you check the track record of the Prime Minister, he is the first Prime Minister who are really anti-people, especially the poor people. Because he always, as a liar, you are representing company over the people. He was the liar representing breweries, right? Remember the story breweries where Chester Humphrey went down in front of the truck and lied on it just for the benefit of the people at the breweries. He was the liar representing breweries. The Skoda Medicine, he was the liar representing Skoda Medicine again. The young lady that worked in Calabash Hotel, he was the liar representing. Even again, the young lady from St. Patrick, who lost her 3 children in a fight, he was the liar representing the company against the young person. And so when you check the record of you are fighting for money. You put in people, you put money in front of people. So when you see when you have a leader in that doing that to people, when you put power in that premise in a man's soul, you know what the power corrupt. So you have more power, you do more things, and the same attitude he portrayed. But see, CKB, you see when in outside politics, when you have a leader, when you have someone that always reaching out to the poor class of people, reaching out and demonstrating love for the people, it is much easier, and it is clearly to see this is a leader that will be successful. But when you have a man outside there, he's trying to represent company. When he put power in his hand, you think it will be easy? I call upon the Grenadian people. It's time for we to open our eyes and see the true men and people, men in general, human beings in general. See what is the purpose, what is the aim, who they fighting for? Are they fighting for the poor people, or they fighting for the benefit of the higher class of people in the country? And when you see that, you have to look. You have to always support the man who fighting for the poor people of the country. Because the government go, government come, and this is the worst government. That's the anti people. Because the interest is to elevate itself and to keep the poor class of people down, keep them ignorant. Because I remember Frankel said the poor people are very gullible, and they use that. So you see, they have a thing. Say, you go say something 2 weeks, and a week there, and then 2 days, 3 days, people forget it. But I always say to people, remember what a man did to you. Yes, you forgive him, but you cannot forget. Always remember what he did to you, and you hold it against him. So how about this?
Yes, my dear fellow, you're correct. Whose interests they seek? Not the poor man's interests. Their interests and their big friends' interests. That's why when you have to make a choice, scrutinize them well. Look at the track record. By thy fruits shall know them. The number to call 442-0175.
That's right.
Call, ventilate, express yourself is your program. This country belongs to all of us.
Yes, Kiwi. So, Gitz, give me the clip.
Brother says, I have a serious question for you and also some concerns that I'm having. And when I'm speaking, I'm speaking with facts. I'm not speaking with hearsay. And by the way, if I didn't say I'm a minister of religion, so my passion and concern is with people. I listened to her online and she stated that they were processing names based on number. We have proven that this is not so. And I can be practical with you. There are persons who applied 2 weeks ago and they already gotten a response. And there are persons who applied since in September. And they have not heard anything. And you can't tell me they didn't have all the documents. I tell you, I don't speak anything that but facts. I know because I do about 60 to 70 reference letters for persons with small business. So I'm here, I know what I'm speaking about. The fishermen in particular of Bushaju, they are frustrated. Mr. Senator, the fishermen in Bushaju are frustrated. And why I call on you, we remember on the campaign trail that you had the fender, you remember on your back, and the life jacket, and you run across the stage and you call a Bushaju member name. You call his name. And we were so excited because we believe that you had the community in terms of fishing on par. And we will hold you accountable to such. We will not linger until you would have fulfilled such a promise. So the fishermen in Bushaju, they are still waiting. We were promised that the person who is responsible for doing the field visit will be coming tomorrow. Brother Senator, the guys stayed home last week waiting for the person to come to do the field visit. They have not turned up. They told me that they will turn up either today or tomorrow. I don't believe they turned up today. If they don't turn up tomorrow, we all will be marching inside the stadium. I'm collecting them and we are going to the stadium. The other aspect to it, brother says, now I'm serious about this thing. I commend the government for the approach in looking after the small businesses and the amount that one individual can be qualified for. I think it makes sense, 30,000 makes sense, and an individual can really and truly cover a hole with it. However, on this vein, we have recognized that I do not want to judge and say it is politically driven. I would not go so far. I will not go so far. But that may be conservative in my mind for now. To state that there are some persons who have been granted preference over some, even though that their form was filled up before some. For whatever reasons, I do not know. The concern is with some persons who are in the working field. They probably might be working. And this is a challenge that I'm having with CES, and you can clarify that. The statement, when the Prime Minister made the statement in relation to persons who suffered during the COVID-19, he did not classify any group. Persons who suffered, who had small businesses, suffered. And the form state new and existing. But in new and existing, there might be somebody who is working. And the reason why they would have invested in a business, it is because they want to live a comfortable life. Or probably because the income that they are receiving, it just cannot suffice. And we know that we are living in economic hard times. We can't deviate from such. And as a result of the economic hard times, some persons decide, you see me, to really and truly make it out here, let me reinvest. And sometimes their salary cannot meet their expenses. But the little extra business that they had was helping them to meet their expenses. Now, I've went in CES. I've went there personally. I've spoken to Ms. Andrews on her desk. And to my dismay, I went there to make a clarion call on behalf of somebody and myself. I was told that I'm paying NS. Well, the other part was me hearsay because they said I was working with government of Grenada as a director of fisheries. I've never done that. If you tell me I debushed for the government while I was a school child, I will tell you yes. But I don't know where to get that information. But I was told because I'm paying NS, I'm not qualified. Brother says, assistant says, I know persons are listening, my head table. I believe in the confidence of you all. And I think we need to relook it. We need to relook that. Not because someone has an income and their business would have suffered, it means that they have a viable income already, so we would not look at that person. Because the truth is, and I am on the ground, and I think I have more information than any one of them says, that persons who are receiving it are not persons that really need it in some aspects. In some aspects, they're not the reason. The persons who really need it, they're not receiving it. Why? I think, please, Mr. Chairman, just give me a time.
Yeah, I think you are making interesting interventions.
Just give me a little time.
I just wanted to concise.
This is what we are here for, and I'm speaking on behalf of my constituency and the community. Give us a time. Give us a time. Give us a time.
Yeah, give them a time.
Just be concise.
Not for
Yes, he good at the end. Give them time. Give the people time
Igwe.
to talk.
Yeah. Papa Jerry sing a song and say, you don't sing in fire no more. Because they might take out the mic in show. You realize they try to take out the mic on the man.
Take out the mic on him, they cut it 2 times.
And when I say it here, about the church thing last time, people calling me and try to tell me otherwise. Anytime you speak on this thing, Igwe, and I buy people words there because I don't only bringing it here for that, but Igwe, here goes. That particular program at present, the treasurer of the National Democratic Congress is in charge. A candidate who ran the last election for the National Democratic Congress, second in charge. So you see the result of what's happening? So when we're talking about persons being politically exposed and having a political agenda, serious case in point. Yeah. Because if I said all other gentlemen say they are saved by politics, they are saying Mastercard supporting NNP and Keith Mitchell, so he's saying that. And listen what the man saying. It's like they have this kind of hatred for Dr. Keith Mitchell, even so that they blacklist the people in St. George's Northwestern. You hear he saying how they do them in Bushejo?
Yeah.
So you see, the whole partisan thing gets, and we're talking about transformation, and they say information is there to suggest they bring in a new guy, the number 3 guy, like the hatchet man. Men not apply in September.
They can get you.
They don't get into man. I applied 2 weeks ago, get into. And they say a lot of farms fooling up right by you there. You know?
Yeah.
Close to you.
I don't know.
In the Sunset City area, they see a lot of farms fooling up there.
I will investigate.
It is alleged there's information to say that they come and speak to persons who they believe supporters of them and tell them, make sure you go and get something in their funds.
They don't come in by up this.
No, well, they know.
They don't come in up this.
No, but my point, this thing is a cause for concern. Because if you apply before and you qualify KB, why you not getting it and somebody who just come in and may not be qualified as you and they get in KB because of political affiliation?
Depends what
and we're talking about politics.
It depends what color.
Is this transformation? You have to be of a certain political help to get assistance from money the state providing. And that money is not no gratis by the Prime Minister. You know? Or you don't grant that, or you don't give in that from your pocket. You know? That the people's money, you know.
Money midday.
But the criteria, same thing they do with the houses in Carrico, KB. There's information to suggest that people got information, they even pay for electricity and water in some of them houses in Carrico. And now they're telling them they have to reapply. And that is the crux of the matter. So KB, when you ask for proof why the driver cannot maneuver, that's the proof in the pudding. So the treasurer of the party and the candidate and the new man now is a known supporter. So yellow, equal yellow. So yellow.
Politicizing everything.
That transformation.
I look at you and say yellow, kiss the
yeah, that best yellow.
Politicizing everything.
I tell you, there a young lady in the Paul's area, KB. She, is somebody who usually be sympathetic to the NNP. Tell me she gonna join some group with the Congress. So I say, what, me turn? She say, but if I don't join the group, I don't get walk. So it's incoming. KB. So when we say the driver cannot drive, that is the proof, KB. We don't just say anything here to sound good or people to like. We're not here for likes. So when I come on that program, KB, I will never beg to like. Come and saying like the thing. No, if you feel so like it. I don't begging for likes here. I here as the people's spokesman to give factual information. So when a husband gets in the contract this fortnight and the wife walking in the gang, and the wife gets in the contract the second fortnight and the husband walking in the gang, transformation in your susu. When people walking in home, have permanent walking one of the homes in St. Andrews, and doing supervision before they go to work.
Is there time now?
Transformation.
Is there time now?
And that is the transformation that they spoke of. Because KB, the Honorable Prime Minister, honestly say one of his first interview with the outlet from Tobago, he said we campaign on an agenda of transformation, but it's more about restorative justice. And, and restorative justice is to give people who feel didn't get in nothing.
Yeah, man.
And we see it in action.
Time for the Twitter food.
Sister Claudette, Senator Claudette Joseph, went in the people's house and said the IMF warned us about bloating the public service KB. But then in the budget we want to hear the over 200 persons they give work. Because they're telling everybody else, even the E-money what they promise permanent, they tell them we cannot give value. Even the contract workers, they tell them they can give them. But you have some people they give in the Ministry of Victimization. And we want to hear, and whilst we at it, we want to hear how much they're getting paid. Because that is the proof that the driver cannot man over KB. We don't just come here and say things so. And KB, by the way, a lot of them listening to you, KB. Because they're talking about what you say. And he agitating some. So KB, your work is well done.
The high cost.
KB, the fact that you agitating them with facts.
The high cost of living. The runaway inflation. High electricity bill. You cannot stand it. Every month poor people confronted with those problems. Every month you see Nassau office in Grenville to pay the water rate, to pay the water bill, electricity bill, internet, groceries.
KB, when I see they have the elders in the rain in Grenville, nobody had a heart to say, well, okay, the rain coming, let's organize another place. Or let's at least go and bring it for them as the NNP used to do. KB. I say no. I say I have to be at any cost. As John the Baptist crying out in the wilderness on his people's cause. Even though it's wild locusts and honey, I have to eat KB. I will eat it to the cause of these people, KB. Somebody has to speak on their behalf. We cannot let this thing go a begging.
And never hear.
So the treasurer of the National Democratic Congress,
yeah, man,
a candidate of the National Democratic Congress,
in charge of
and the third person is a non-supporter of the Congress. They in charge of this stimulus thing. And we hear what the man saying.
Who they giving?
The friends.
Their friends and family.
Yeah, let me take that call.
Good afternoon. Hello? We lost it.
And that's why I say, KB, pregnancy and character cannot be hidden. A leopard never changes spot. So I'm looking forward to the budget because they always just so beat up on the fact that the new National Party giving handout. So I want to hear. They say the last budget was tokenism and an election budget. But the election budget caused you to have money so you could jackass the COVID thing. You could boast and beat your chest and say you pay retroactive. And all of them are talking about when I'm talking about pension, KB. And they're saying how NNP never pay pension. I have a clip from the present PS when you see about 2,200 people getting pension already. And then under NNP they receive pension 2,200. The PS say that, and the Prime Minister sit down right there and he didn't say nothing. I will play the clip because I have it. I will play the clip on his time. Because they used to say Kit Mitchell low pay pension. But the PS said 2,200. And he said the 500 that getting the retroactive now will be added to that list, KB.
So you'll be 2,500.
And they say that. But what is instructive to know the special pension? There's information to suggest, KB, that you have a present minister in government who was in receipt of the special pension.
In Kidney Children?
In this government.
Okay. Okay.
A senator in this government would be the recipient of special pension.
When he get it?
I don't know when. That question we have to ask them. Not you can ask me that. You have to ask him. I will tell you who you and his friend. You go ask him. So all the talk, they talking about pension, and Keith Mitchell never do pension. One of them, according to the Jamaican and them.
Yeah.
One of them is in receipt of special pension. There's information to suggest. And the PS give information to suggest that 2,200 people were receiving pension, and a lady called at time and say, oh, Keith Mitchell never pay pension. Go and fight with the PS now. Because they go on other radio station and quarrel. Go and quarrel with the PS for saying that. And the Honorable Prime Minister sat right there and he didn't say it was not true. That is the crux and the facts of the matter. Let's take it away.
No, we lost it.
Okay. Number to call 442.
Callers, you have to be a little patient at time because we need to give information.
Yeah.
We need to give you information. The information you have, as some people say, knowledge is power, but I believe how you use knowledge, that is power, not just knowing. Yeah, let's take it.
Good afternoon.
Your days are done.
He get hit again.
You cut him off?
No, he got off.
Only that he had to say?
Yeah, that's all he say.
KB, I don't letting them derail me.
No, but he could come back and say something.
What else he will say?
He done nothing else to say. He have been calling and hang up, so
yeah.
He get the point across now.
Yeah, we hear you, man.
Yeah, we hear you.
Boy, and Andre Donald said to me one time that a man said to him that it's better to keep your mouth shut, KB. Let people suggest what you is.
Yeah.
Than you open your mouth and prove to people what you are.
You're a dumb.
I don't say it. I just say what he said. It's a time better you keep your mouth shut, let people suggest.
I don't know what
When you open your mouth, everybody know.
Yeah.
And KB, that's the crux of the matter. That's the only thing they could call and say, KB.
Yeah.
Because they can never call and say anything here is not true.
Disprove what we're saying.
Call and bring facts to disprove it.
Yes, man.
They're not doing that. They're not doing that, KB.
This thing, we stepping on people's corns, boy.
KB, they're not doing it.
And we relish the confrontation, come.
I don't let nobody derail me. They're free to call KB.
What I mean?
But if they're going off script, I'll be steadying them. I don't let them just call and derail it. The program is one with structure. They don't call in and give it anything, KB. I don't let that happen under my watch. They could go on another radio station and do it. They have to have some discipline and decorum when they call it. They don't call in and scandalize. We don't talk about true still pee on people and things here. We have some decorum here. Igwe.
Yes, sir.
I need to touch a sensitive area. It relates to the RGPF. Because we see the rise in crime. They can't do that one again, KB.
No, it's a fact.
Can't. Even though can't do that one. We said that social stability is a direct correlation with crime. So if you keep social stability good, crime drop. If you damage social stability, crime rise. And with the 600 of most people ago, social stability was affected, KB. And crime is a resulting symptom.
Yeah.
So, the RGPF. There was a particular time, KB, when Miss Emlyn Pierre, Honorable Emlyn Pierre, husband used to be the head of FIU.
Yeah.
And they used to say all kind of things about he's politically exposed and he's the wife of the minister and what I want to do.
Conflict of interest.
Now the FIU presently, KB, there's information to suggest that FIU has a new director. There's information to suggest that this director, I think he's a lawyer by profession, KB. And there's some information to suggest school children, it is alleged, that that particular person was interested in running for the National Democratic Congress. Note my words, KB, I'm couching my words.
Yeah.
There's information to suggest, it is alleged,
Yeah.
that that same person wanted to compete against Gregory Bowen for the seat in the St. George Southeast.
Southeast, yeah.
So they used to talk about politically exposed. I don't know. That's the information to suggest. I ain't calling nobody name. Because here, when the cap fit and the cap does fit, let it draw the string. But you're beating up on Tafawa Pay. I could call Tafawa Pay is my friend and I won't deny him no time. He's my brethren. You're beating up on Tafawa KB and saying, oh, the man politically exposed. Because his wife is a minister. But there's information to suggest the new director had ambitions. I don't know. It is alleged. I don't know. Let's take the call.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
KB.
Hello.
Carl. Master Carl.
Go right ahead.
Yes, man. You just, Carl, you talked about the relationship between poverty / unemployment, loss of jobs,
Social stability.
Instability, economic instability, and the proliferation of crime.
Yeah.
And that is a sociological fact. You know?
Hit them, professor, because they will believe you because they say I don't.
Let me say this. On another program today, I was driving, so I had the opportunity to listen to the program, The Heartbeat. And on The Heartbeat, Terry Forrester, I'll call his name, said this. One caller called and talked about the budget being, because he had Dr. Fletcher on his program, and they're talking about the budget is a people-centered, people-oriented budget. And that caller called and said, and asked the question, well, if the budget is so centered about people and the people's development, why have you terminated so many people? Here is the caveat. Here is the answer that
Shameless.
Terry Forrester gave. Terry said, as far as the government is aware, 4 people from Carriacou were terminated, and the rest are faith workers and workers from C.J. Williams, I think it is.
And what? Those on Paul's airport?
Well, if you understand what I'm saying.
No, I know where you're going with it.
And he said categorically that the government has not terminated anybody, and the opposition is trying to make it that they terminated droves and droves of people, 500-600, whatever it is. So Terry is saying, and he's promoting, but that's how he ended his program today, you know. He ended his program by saying that only 4 people from Carriacou and the rest are faith workers and C.J. Williams workers, and these people were on contract, so their termination of employment is really with the people or the organization who contracted them.
Yeah, but doctor, but he said, they say they're going to make contract workers permanent, eh?
Yes. But what I'm saying, you know, is for us to have an understanding of the deceitfulness of this low IQ person that wants we have the guts to put as PRO for the event. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let's go back now. You know, KB, you started off today by talking again about the integrity, and you said that there are 2 people that you're not making assumption about, but you know that they are going to struggle with the statement balance of finances, where they get it, how they got it.
So is he covering for them?
And you know, on Friday I had the opportunity to make a couple of points with on a certain program.
It went over well.
And when I did, I saw, last night I saw a post from an ardent NDC supporter who said that the Honorable Dr. Augustine Panchu is now the leader of the opposition. And he played the clip where I said that the 11, KB not two, it was not two, there were not two people who submitted the statement.
3.
Financial records. There were 3.
Okay.
Cornwall did, the Prime Minister did, and so did Joe Andel.
Yeah.
The other 11 are the ones that are in solidarity with the very suspicious
The Ox-Con.
Yes. and so what is happening here, the person was trying to attack me and thinking that this solidarity that I'm talking about to hide and put an umbrella over suspecting some people is really a show of unity in the party. Laughable, because it is not what it seemed to be. But we have to keep on doing what we're doing, guys.
Yes, man.
There is no question that Master Carl, your program is going on, and people are gravitating towards it because they're getting facts, they're getting truth, and they're becoming educated. You know, number of people who have called me and said, I didn't know that this program was so informative. You see, because what you're doing is transcending a program, a radio talk show program, into a fact-finding mission. And I like how you call it. You said the program is the parliament, and you are the conveyor of truth in the parliament.
Yes, Dr. Pancho, 2 things. Dr. Pancho.
Yes, sir.
There is none or no other talk show that is thorough more than this talk show on Real FM. Facts. They go vex, but there's none because you don't have Mele here. And Dr. Pancho, he gone?
No, I'm there.
I was waiting, because I know Terry and them would have said this thing. Look at the documents with the people and then they may go here. I document them. Watch what it is.
Yeah.
So when they say only 4 persons, look at the information in here, look at the letters in here. So tell Terry you had them people in name and they may go. And I have, look at it here.
Maybe I need to also send my letter to Terry so that he
You have to send it for me to be part of my archive.
I have to send it to you. Okay,
Yes. Let me tell you something, Dr. Pancho. He's a man of the world, and you know. You ever hear about Floyd Mayweather, money?
Yeah.
When Floyd start to fight, the first 2 rounds is slow. A lot of time he taking data. Right now I'm picking up data. I'm taking it, and then with my data now I go pick them apart at my own timing. Or controlling the thing. So tell Terry I have information here.
Yes.
Look at the information with it, because I document the thing and I give everybody a page. Look at it here. So I tell you, there's none thorough than Real FM on talk show right now. And when you hear all the other people just have to talk about this station here, you know.
Yeah.
When you have to spend the whole program talking about here, you know. And I ain't ready to answer them because I had the files.
Yeah.
I had the files.
Carl, I understand you have your green mask, your mask green suit.
Yeah, that's my occasion suit, my occasion uniform.
That's on Thursday. You're
Yes.
wearing that on Thursday, right?
And Dr. Pancho, I was supposed to beg to go there, by reason of being there, being part of the 1%. I supposed to get my invite.
Yeah.
I don't begging for that. I ain't vexing for nobody that didn't make me no senator. I don't vexing for that. I was there. Okay. I'm part of the 1%, Dr. Pancho. So when they come in and talk, I don't worry. Them like water off my shoulder, man. Dust off my back. But I put in dust in their face with information and facts. I challenge them, Dr. Pancho, to come and say what I'm saying is not true.
Yeah.
That's the acid test. No, well, we go to school, you teach me, so that you litmus, you take the litmus paper. And you know where I ask you the alkaline.
That was your teacher?
Yes. I come from good Stockton.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Carl was my brilliant student, man. Carl was my brilliant student.
They don't know because you see the thing about it, they don't know about me and they don't want to find out. And one man talk out my step and my louvers and he don't know. And they run with that. But if they find out, they go no. The same time Brian are coming the wicked, don't sledge him, let him talk to you. Every time you start to talk to him, you're waking up the beast. So Dr. Pancho, you have to come back. Because we have a lot of things with your expertise we need to explain to the Grenadian public. Because Real FM is the parliament.
Yeah, I was going to come today, but I have some...
Don't worry, we have time.
Yeah.
All right, take care.
And Dr. Pancho are challenging you publicly, you know.
Tell me.
You have to become a card-bearing member, you know. I doesn't put my mouth in bag to speak, you know. I get in the forms for it because I need you.
Carl, you want to see my card, right?
I need you. I want the people know how deep you is because they don't know about you. They feel you're just passing and sitting.
Carl, you want to see my card? I paid up until January.
What you taught me English language, professor, and you taught me about satire. You taught me satire. You know? So why can't you use a little bit on you for you to explain the thing? You can't finally come out direct, you might have duck. But it is nice. We have the thing about it, we have work to do and we have work to do.
Absolutely.
We don't want to end up in the Dominica syndrome when them fellas are weak and feeble. They just want to call it in and to be ready.
Yeah.
Any day they call it, we have to say, come with it.
Yeah. We enter in it with on the basis of our strength, not our fear or weakness.
Not emotions.
No,
so if you see Terry, tell Terry for me how the documentation.
Yeah.
The over 300 in faith base, the one something in CJs, those in Paul's, those in Carrick, the wardens and them on the road, all that kind of thing. We have it here.
Yeah, but
because I know some point they would have tried to say that.
Yeah, you have some in the Ministry of Social Development.
And he have more to come. So right now, are they waiting in the slips after the budget to get some more to add to the archives? And I'm working with every time because I know the opportunity might come and I have to present.
Yes.
Like when we did in policing and you have commercial inspection, we say standing ready within your inspections. So I'm standing ready with your inspection. I'm taking up the role like John the Baptist.
Yes.
Even though it's wild locusts and honey you have to feed on and live under a tent, I'll be here for the people.
Okay.
All right, boss.
Well, I have made that same pledge, Carl, so we are in this thing together.
Good, Dr. Francho. Welcome.
Yeah.
All right, take care.
Even the man in poetry, they make go the grounds, man. And they talk now, they don't make people go. What happened to Terry? Terry misguided.
Number to call
442-0175.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, how you doing?
How you doing, Mama?
I'm fine. Why I want me Dr. Pancho. Dr. Pancho, come back to us, please. Thank you. Don't let nobody steal your drive from us. Please, Dr. Pancho, I love you. And everybody in Wester Hall tell me, Miss Jacob, go and call Dr. Pancho to come and talk to us.
Yeah, man. Miss Jacob, good hearing you.
Good hearing you.
Yes, man.
Have a blessed Sunday, man.
Hey, you too.
Hey, just call and make sure. We want to make sure you're alive, you're well.
We want to know your day.
We want to make sure you're day.
And I'm picking up me Dr. Kit Claudius Mitchell and Gregory Boyne. Boyne listening to us.
Okay, that's good.
Well, KB, good afternoon.
Okay, love, darling. Bye-bye.
All the best.
KB, when Dr. Keith Mitchell went before the Integrity Commission and declared that everybody know he worth around 19 million, that they say.
Yeah.
How come we don't know about this Prime Minister what? And he go before the commission.
You don't see how much money you have?
I don't know, but if he's easy, don't have to afraid. And he talk out, because he ever tape out scrutiny and to play to it.
Yeah.
He has selected the car.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Clifford,
where you come out?
How you doing?
Hey, a long time ago here, Clifford.
Hi.
Wow.
Well, KB and him, not KB, Carl and him kind of bond me.
What? You doing me that, Clifford?
Huh?
That you doing me?
No, well, I'm saying it as it is. You
No,
and
man.
and your
Can't
partner.
ban you. He's a general, how we go ban you?
Yeah?
He's a general in the army.
They try their best to bond me, but
But you're right. He's like a seed. You anywhere they throw, you go grow.
You override.
What Dr. Panchu just said there about Terry, I personally heard everything too. I was on the listening while Terry was speaking.
But we know different.
And I was really, really, really surprised to hear making those statements when he said that there is no big sending home of people and whatnot, and you have proof to prove that 4 persons in Kakaku went home because their contract was up and they were seen actively involved as NNP. I mean, come on.
You have to remember we have KB paper too, you know. KB get paper too, you know.
But the thing is, a lawyer have already taken up case with people that happened to.
No, Terry, but Clifford, I have.
Terry don't know that Mr. Andy Gill was on radio and television stating that people came to him and he have taken up the cases. The union pick up the case. So what Mr. Terry Parson is saying that the union are lying to? Both unions spoke about it. Union leaders spoke about it. So is it that the union the leaders are lying too? I mean, we're pushing this politics too far.
Yeah.
That's not.
They're not great.
No. I mean,
it's really going
Mr.
far.
Terry definitely let me down because he was trying to give the impression that nothing like that so happened.
So tell Terry for me, they make KB go too.
We have KB paper.
Yeah, I mean, he should not have said anything. It would have been better not to say anything.
He should have just spit.
Yeah, because I mean, you have the facts is there. I can't say how much people have sent home, but the facts are there, and the unions are speaking about it. Lawyers speak about it on air. Other persons speak about it. So why you come in and say that? No minister have not doubted. Mr. Redhead said that it was a genuine mistake when they sent home the persons from the Ministry of Sports. So is it all these people are lying? I mean, we understand what Mr. Terry is doing, but because he had been a failure in everything in politics.
So,
yes, he had been a failure.
So like we have to lock him
he tried to be
and get Mano Benjamin to.
Right. Remember he went even go so far to take the position of a prime political leader of the party. And he told the nation that he knew he couldn't win, but he was only trying something.
And you know they don't really want him, that was thing.
Come on, I mean, a man at your standard making that statement, it doesn't make sense. I was definitely, because I normally listen to the program. I normally listen. And the gentleman that asked the question to Mr. Fletcher, they pretend they didn't hear the question well. I'll let it call back and explain the question. And Mr. Fletcher says he's not aware that they send home anybody and he can't deal with that. But the transformation, yes, he could deal with that. Transformation of agriculture and whatnot, but he cannot deal with that because he doesn't know that they send home anybody. So he's not going to go there. He made it openly.
Why am I saying? Because what they're doing in a lot of instances, KB, they're making people who they perceive as NNP go and they're giving the people the work.
So they can see.
So that I think, but we have the records on file, Clifford.
They can
But
see
the gentleman admit, I mean, he's sick to know that we're bringing this politics. The next thing is, we heard that the budget, they would have been the 7th. We understand now it's the 5th. Did they give any reason why they pull 2 days in front?
They're in charge.
No, but did they say anything? What's the reason why? Or
no, I think maybe that has to do with something with the Cuban president. I think he might be here on Wednesday, which would be the 7th.
Okay.
That I don't know. Listen to me. I'm just saying maybe on that particular thing. I think the Cuban president might be here that time. So I don't know if that was something to do with that.
Yeah, because I didn't hear any explanation on that, and I just hear people say. I didn't even hear it on the news, but I heard people say that.
But Clifford, they say we have to operate on a need-to-know basis.
Yeah, that's the Prime Minister did said that, which is not.
So when you don't feel we have to know, you just don't tell us.
But we're supposed to know every time. I mean, that's why he was Prime Minister of the state of Grenada. So you don't tell this part of the state when you feel to know. The state of Grenada, you know, that's what they say.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's not a section of the state. The state. So I think the Prime Minister making a mistake there. You have a right to report to the state of Grenada, not to a section. So even though the news reporters or the journalists don't want to know, the nations want to know, and you should realize that you don't only call press conference for the journalists. When you call a press conference, you call it for the state.
But don't say that them journalists and go get vexed with you.
That's what I'm saying.
Because when I say hiding from journalists, they vex him.
There are some journalists that are very hypocrite, NMP-wise, NDC-wise. There are some journalists that top hypocrite.
But I say the man hiding them by the vex.
They call the question based on who they asking the question. And I'm not frightened to say that. Yes, journalists do that. They call the question to who they're asking. Yeah. They are hypocrite journalists in Grenada. And I say that with no fear. Thank you.
Yeah, there's information to suggest, Kiwi,
yes,
that in a town hall meeting somebody asked a particular senator in this administration about some loud noise and music. And you see anytime the information suggests that anytime you call the police and they respond, call me, I'll deal with them. You understand? Badness. It is alleged. It is alleged. Gates that you see the truth abideth not in the law, man. So when they start doing that, and it brings me to something here, KB. During the election campaign, the present Prime Minister promised the members of the RGPF that he will deal with the 1995 issue of pay and grade.
Yes.
He promised them that. There's information to suggest. It is alleged that this present administration offering the members of the RGPF $100 increase on their monthly salaries. Information suggests that it is alleged, Gates.
That the deal?
That what it is alleged. I'm not saying that is the deal, it is alleged. However, what I do know about pay and grade, KB, is grades and skills. And when you move from once, you all right. When you any rank you are, you have different skills you move until you reach to maximum.
Yeah. And
you call that increment.
Yes.
So every time you move from one skill to the other, you call it to get an increment.
Yes.
And an increment ballpark is out $137 for one increment.
Yes.
Which is more than $100.
Yeah.
And based on the 1995 situation, the person in the rank in the police force was equate to the wider public service, they was receiving close to $400 more than that person. So when I come here, KB, and I talk about pay and grade, they didn't listen to me. Let me take the call.
They were receiving $400 more than that.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, hello.
Hello? Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hi. Good day. How are you doing?
Hey, good afternoon. Carl, what's up, man?
Wago, bro. Me day are you?
How you doing, boy? Hi, KB.
How you doing, Chief? How you going?
I'm good, man. I'm good. And Igwe.
Bless up.
Yes, man. Good, guys. Let me say good evening also to Dr. Mitchell and Dr. Pancho. Good afternoon to you guys, man. Grenada. Good afternoon, the worst of the world. Listen, Carl. And this is me, but the facts is there to back it up. Okay? Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell is the worst Prime Minister Grenada has ever had. And I'm going to give you a couple of reasons why I'm saying that. Okay, I know he just coming. They're going to try to tell us he just coming, but let me list that. In all my searching, I have yet to find a Prime Minister in that short space of time did so much damage. So let me list a few things here, right? One, you came into power and you give yourself a raise. You understand? You gave yourself a raise. Two, you removed the cap on fuel Hence, light bill, the price, the people's light bill double, and some people cases it quadruple. 3, you fire about 600 workers. All right. 4, it is alleged that your ministers are handing in resignation letters already. 5, the union shut down the port and put out a letter debunking your claim because you violate your party's 3 pillars of ethics: transparency, good governance, and accountability. Traffickers lost hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you did nothing to help them. 6, you walk back your statement where you promise to make all public workers permanent, saying that the IMF want you not to do that, learning on the job. We don't have time for that. So under Dr. Mitchell, a blueprint was drawn up on how to keep all public workers working. Hence the IMF and the rest of the world envy the blueprint that was drawn up by Dr. Mitchell. But you fail to take advice from Dr. Mitchell, a fellow Grenadian also. 7, after the invasion of Ukraine, Dr. Mitchell suspended the application of Russians applying to the CBI in solidarity with Ukraine. You came in June and you reinstated the program in July. And this was the same guys and them crying and saying we're selling passport. 8, our police commissioner is dormant. I wish somebody could call in and say what's going on with our police commissioner. 9, you throw out accountability in the window when you dismantle the weekly cabinet briefing. So these are the 9 reasons why I'm saying that our Prime Minister is the worst Prime Minister Grenada ever had. So I challenge people to prove me wrong, give me facts, or pull in other Prime Ministers that have done so much damage to the country in that short time. Let us not just jump on emotions. Bring facts and show me other Prime Ministers that have done that amount of damage to the country in such a short space of time. And Carl, the bad thing about it, KV, the bad thing about it, all of that was done in less than 5 months. In less than 5 months. So, I mean, it's not about who you support. It's about the facts is there. The fact is, because all of these here, if we just look it up, it's not my saying, or it's not your saying, Carl. These are the facts. These are the facts. And I want people who see different and is supporting the Prime Minister to bring their facts to prove or try to prove anything else. I mean, I know there is nothing else that they can prove. So the facts is there, bro. Thank you very much, guys.
All right,
You're welcome. Well spoken.
So,
Mike, you have to comment? You're commenting? That color was so good.
So when Senator was in some tongue in Carriacou last night and saying that about the police, you realize that why the Prime Minister don't want them to face journalists. Because if they go and face journalists, they'll see all kind of thing. But believe you me, my school of thought, KB, all what they does be saying is things that will be discussing. But they just do savvy enough not to say it. Like the Donald Trump in the thing. You know anything you tell Donald Trump, he's to go and boast about it.
Yes.
So when you say now if the police don't come, call you, you go deal with them. Like if the police are fathers. And they just lie. And you is a minister in government, you're saying that about the security arm of the state, what responsible for securing you. Like anytime they reach in Carriacou up there and they drink that water like they get in Buddha money.
Inexperience.
And we talk about inexperience.
Lack of diplomacy.
How could you say something like that in a town hall meeting?
They arrogant, you know.
And when they have all on tape and they saying that, you know, because I was talking to somebody last night and they say, well, they are custom saying these things on them because the Honorable Dennis Conway say he never talk about 824 in some town hall meeting again too, but he pull it off. Them fellas, I don't know. But listen, they start to think because this thing what they call and say Mr. Forrester say, it is alleged that the AG say that in a town hall meeting already, and when thing they pull it out, they pull it down. So that is something they going. How you call it, they trying to beat back this stabilization, but you know, because the thing on them they on tape what I will say.
Yeah.
Everybody go here. Yeah. Because first of all, if all you have to walk it back, all you have to say we sorry and we lie before, so we saying something else now. But you can't just go and talk over it so. Talk. Yeah. The clip with the PS, I want that clip play, Igwe, because you see, you know, you have to play the thing on MKB. You have to play the thing on them for them to understand. Yeah, in their own thing, because they don't say you like one does call, like the one that call and make himself a public goat. Mm-hmm.
You asking me what is wrong with Trinidad? You can't understand why things go on so bad. You find we so rich in human resources, and yet the country going to pieces. Well, let me tell you, my friend, where we went wrong. After Eric Williams' old car breakdown, we called in an AR, we ordered an X-car and installed a new driver. With 33 passengers from the party, we gave him a maxi taxi, fitted with mag wheels, tape deck, computer, air conditioned 8-cylinder. With posh new fittings, this maxi car arrived. Then it started to swerve and nosedive. It took a year for passengers to realize. They say the new driver cannot drive.
Yes, Igwe. Want you clip one time?
Yeah, man, just give it to me.
I realize your face is serious.
Finance. I just wanted to make one additional point with respect to the pensioner. So the retroactive pension that is paid now, all those persons who have received those payments are now added to the pension payroll. So you'll continue receiving your monthly pensions going forward. So essentially, we're talking about 2,200 persons now on the payroll, and an additional 525 being added to that. As part of the pension payroll going forward. And whenever someone retires, based on the
mm-hmm. That was the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Finance.
Hold on, wait.
That was the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Finance, KB. Mike Sylvester. A Monctures boy, you go to school in Monctures, KB?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a Monctures boy. And he happens to be the brother of the Honorable Dennis Cornwall. Yeah, they are brothers.
Okay.
So
it explains.
So you hear the language of the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Finance, KB?
2000.
Not 2000. Listen to the language. The retroactive payments.
Yeah.
You hear?
Yeah.
And then he say the 525 person who would receive the retroactive, who have received the retroactive, will be placed on the pension payroll. Yeah. So we're not telling them about retroactive and pension they want to beat up. That is the word of the permanent secretary in finance.
So they will start getting a pension.
That is the word. That is the thing. Yeah. So it's not when I tell them about the payment, pension. Listen the word of him. But what is instructive to not KB? Them say, Dr. Kit Mitchell needs to pay pension, he hiding to pay pension. But Mike say 2,200 people, the only thing I hide
and there's a lot, eh?
And that come with authority, the PS in finance. And the Prime Minister sat right there. And when I tell them about thing, they say now Kit Mitchell didn't pay in pension. 2,200 people
get ready
receiving pension. One of them receiving special pension.
A parliamentarian.
One of them. And they telling me about thing about Kit Mitchell look here about people and he had the money and he don't want to pay. $77 million was budget for pension. That's the facts of the matter. Let's take the call.
Hello? Mr. Carl.
Hey.
Mr. Carl.
Hey.
You see, that is one of the reasons why things are happening this way, because NMP are not capitalizing on those things enough. That piece of information that the permanent secretary just gave out there is a vast piece of information, you know.
But you hear it on Real FM?
We have it, we have it.
Well, we hear it on Real FM, but how much people are capitalizing and how much people are aware of that?
Well,
a million people will still meet you tomorrow and tell you that Kit Mitchell didn't pay nothing and Kit Mitchell had the money that he didn't pay. But here now you hear the permanent secretary saying that over 2,000 people was getting pension already and they're going to be on the payroll as from this month, next month. You hear? But we didn't get in those things. And when the persons that in NMP now, the leaders, must run with those information. Not only from you are we glad we get it from you, but the minister, the person who are ministers and the person who are in executive position must run with those information. They must do something about it. Run with those information. So they're weak too. Tell them that. I don't know how KB don't tell them that. I'm surprised that KB don't tell them that they have to run with those information.
This information will be run with I show you.
For Christmas Day?
No, I show you.
Nobody ain't going listening Christmas Day. No?
We're improving on the PR.
Let's reason here, Clifford.
We improve.
He's a man who been around a long time. You experience Carnival.
Yes.
And Dr. Kit Mitchell spoke before the election. But you know in Carnival time now, men just jumping up to them song and them they want to hear. And they do listen the rest of the song. After Carnival, you hear a man saying, but that was a good song. But he didn't listen it in Carnival.
I agree.
All woman alone play down here.
After Carnival.
He don't win nothing after Carnival, they go in Trinidad and be a big song. So right now it's after Carnival in the political sense.
Yeah, but
so they go listen now.
All right.
Well, that's why you should be saying no.
So that's why we saying it now.
Repeat it.
We are hearing it now.
You're going to hear it again?
We want to hear it from the relevant authorities.
But because Dr. Kit Mitchell talked about pension during the election campaign, but everybody was only studying about.
I agree with you that it was Carnival time.
They don't hear.
But no, you need to hear it.
So you pong it. Like I tell you, even though I be like John the Baptist here, eating while Lucas and honey,
sweet water,
and living under a tent, I will speak for the people because that's what the people want me to speak about.
All right, Clifford.
Cool.
Let me give you again. Hold on, steady.
Finance. I just wanted to make one additional point with respect to the pensioner. So the retroactive pension that is paid now, all those persons who have received those payments are now added to the pension payroll. So you'll continue receiving your monthly pensions going forward. So essentially, we're talking about 2,200 persons now on the payroll and an additional 525 being added to that as part of the pension payroll going forward. And whenever someone retires, based on the
Watch.
Yeah.
So you dey vex, go and vex with Mike Sylvester.
Here say.
Yeah.
2,000 plus 500.
So when I come here and I tell them, people who has been paid pension by Dr. Kim Mitchell and the NNPD, yeah. They go and call out a radio station. Call out a radio station and cost Mike Sylvester now. And one of them receiving special pension.
Parliamentarian.
One of them.
A parliamentarian.
Yeah, some journalists here they find out.
Yeah, parliamentarian.
Because them journalists say they're trying to get information from the press secretary, KB, and she don't even returning message. And they're talking about scrutiny of the people.
Transparency.
They're talking about scrutiny of the people.
Accountability and transparency.
They're talking about scrutiny of the people, my
and
friend.
good governance. That's the slang.
Yeah, man.
The number to call 442-0175. Call.
Ventilate.
Let's ventilate. Let's hear your views. Contribute to the program. That's your program.
2,000 plus 500.
Yes, man. You're getting
2,200 persons was receiving pension.
Plus 500. That is
plus
added.
500 that, so they say now Keith Mitchell in paying pension. Go and fight with Mike now. Because here the argument, Igwe, Keith Mitchell they long.
That the argument.
Hold on. So let me go with this argument. Keith Mitchell they long.
Alright.
So the 2,200 are receiving pension because Keith Mitchell they can't say nothing about it now. Because he was they long and they get in, so he was paying them. I'll just say Keith Mitchell don't pay pension, he didn't pay pension, he didn't want to pay pension. I was so naive. Because if all of us could go and sit down in the trade center and let the Prime Minister manifest the certified false statements, catch all you. I don't know what it are going to pay the briefcase certificate don't making sense. Show it! And I want to come and talk about Real FM. Real FM is the standard bearer. There's none of them thorough like Real FM. He's a police boots on the corner right now. Let's take the call.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, are you hearing me?
Yes, we're hearing
I
you.
have some problem in time the rain falling with the phone, so you may have to help me out with one.
Okay.
Anyway, Mr. KB.
Hi.
About 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was going to say something about Karakou. But what happened, the same problem with the phone, that is what I experienced. So in order for me to talk to you, I had to hold the card to the receiver.
Okay.
To talk. I was saying that the guy, the minister in Karakou was saying he just come how much months and look at he was able to get the airline up and running. But I'm wondering today now if the airline is still running.
Ask him. They just listen. So ask the question, they go tell him.
Oh, well, Mr. Minister, would like to know what happened to the airline. Because somebody said that they had tried to book a flight to Karakou and they say about somewhere in December they're about. So I wonder if the aircraft not working that they just cannot fly.
Now what they don't tell you, scholar, is the arrangement came to a place where they so charter one. And the other people tell them the season come now, they can't get it. But as they come in 2 days, they could have flight. Now they don't talking. Kiati the tongue.
Well, they need to let us know so we could reason. And Mr. Clifford said that, the PR and stuff like that. Well, we know if when we say things that need already rich people, that we need to step up. Not to say some people don't know, but at least we need to step up with our PR and improve on what they think we weren't doing. However, in the Bible keeps speaking about suffer the children to come unto me and forbid them not. I was thinking that there are parents with children. What's going on with the parents of the children that not able to help their children, especially the mothers of the nation? What's going on? according to Mr. Caton, we don't really want these people and them to open their business to get $1.
Job don't care.
That's not right. And
Job
that's
don't care.
why we have
You ever
it.
heard job care?
Instead the Prime Minister tried to look out to help us. You know what?
The Prime Minister play job. Job don't care.
Yes, and they then Willis playing card or something like that.
Job don't care.
You know? Come on. All people need help. So which means the rich will get richer and the poor will stay poorer. I thought we would upgrade the poor. That is why the
Transformation.
Yeah, that's why the Prime Minister, the former Prime Minister, had special program to help not everybody that watch, Mr. Carl, and KB and Igwe. Not everybody are able to do math, English, and whatever. I study and I have 5 children. 2 went GBSS, 3 went GBSS. The other one went in Happy Hill Secondary right now. And the next one, the girl, she went to Wesley College. And I wonder, and my husband and I do all this big set of education. And this one of them was able to go to school, and sometimes they come, we will try to help them. Or we try to get classes to send them so that will help them. Not everybody that have this big set of education that they could do things to help their children, man. Come on. So right now, all in the hot seat. Can help the nation, help the nation.
You're doing what we could, we're trying.
Yeah, we're trying to help them, you know, but the government to empower that, talking about them, this educated my foot. Because look, before I go, look, I have a son, he going to SU. And everything was signed up for him to go SU, but the other government came in. Is right now the father and whoever trying to help him sometime with a little money to go to school. And the child exceeding well for the first semester. So, if the Prime Minister want the transformation, I don't know transforming what? What he trying to transform, if it's himself and the people? He's supposed to do it right or wrong, and everybody keeps saying
Across the
Dr.
board.
Mitchell used to do it and do it and do it. I cannot understand what Dr. Mitchell used to do because he always had education at the forefront. So, Olia, take care.
Thank you for
And Olia,
calling.
have a fantastic afternoon.
Thank
okay,
you.
Don't vex with me. You
No,
know,
no, 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 no,
No,
no.
listen. It's the phone that had cut off on me.
Okay, okay.
So that is why I realized that my husband put a tape, but I had to hold it up for you to hear me.
We hear you loud and
You
clear.
understand?
Yeah, and congrats to those children studying who doing well in school, you know.
Yes,
Keep it up, make the sacrifice for them. That is your investment anyway.
Listen, 2 teachers, one supervisor in in masonry and things like that.
Yes.
And the other 2, one going to school and the other one is a farmer.
So congrats.
So thanks so much.
Your
and
investment
glad
is in
you're
your
coming
children. Yeah.
Yes, thanks.
All right.
Okay,
All right.
have a good afternoon.
You too.
Okay.
Go ahead, I don't hear you say nothing to me.
All right?
Thank you.
Bye.
I don't hear you say thanks.
No, you're good, man. You're good, man. I'm listening.
Take care.
All right.
Ah, she's so sweet.
Yeah, man.
KB, your good friend, your political son, ask him how the plane, the transportation, the air transport between Carriacou and Grenada.
I've seen something about dust and gravel. but I don't
And
know
then
about that.
KB,
I'll call him tomorrow.
tell him they could rent a 2 plane because they say if Caribbean government do not need a rent plane, so rent a 2 plane between Carriacou and Grenada.
Yeah, man, we need a 2
That is what the parents say, he could rent a 2 plane.
Rent a 2 thing.
So KB, talk to your political son and tell him he was on the program.
Yeah.
And people want to find what is happening between Carriacou and Grenada. Because some people are comfortable with the boat.
I know.
They want to think on the plane. Because they say in a couple of days they do what NMP couldn't do in after years.
Yes, yes.
And it's that.
Spend money.
My son made that statement.
That's what they do.
So KB, ask your political son,
Tevin.
what is the situation with the
Tevin-
plane?
Tevin, you
And
need
why
to
to say,
answer, man.
tell him Master Carl say, rent a 2 plane.
Quick, fast.
Come on, Tevin, you're under scrutiny, watch yourself.
Because I know you have a lot of love for this guy, Kiwi, so I could ask you to ask him that.
My friend, Tevin.
Oh, God.
And Kiwi, these are the things that is our government. Because Kiwi, I tell you, all the people ask is good government,
But they quick to take credit.
Yes.
But when it go bad, they hiding.
Leadership by avoidance, KB. And I keep saying that here. It's nothing new.
But you have to take responsibility when it go bad. You want the glory when it's good, but when it go bad, you don't want to take the responsibility. Not the thing will go that way. The number to call
442-0175.
Call, ventilate, express yourself.
Time check for you, 18 minutes past 3 o'clock inside the studios of Real FM.
Time run.
When you're having fun.
Time run. The budget day. Want to hear what you have in store for the people of this country. Want to hear what you have for the agriculture sector. You always say NNP do like agriculture. You love it.
Watch.
Let me hear what you have.
And make all kind of talk.
Let me hear what you have.
But one of them getting special pension. If Keith Mitchell didn't good, he had caused the legislation for special pension. One of them.
Raise all your hand.
We don't want to call him name, no?
No, I don't call him people name. I don't call him name in the parang. But if you only cap feed and they go pull the string.
Raise your hand.
Because they say right now his portfolio too big for him. They planning to move it from him. One of them.
NNP, get ready.
Well, a school child asking me, wait Tevin day, You tell saying one thing and people asking him, wait day. You see him?
No, he called me the other day. He good.
Well, you don't see him, he call you?
He called me, yes. He called me. He want to know what's going on. And ask him, well, it seems as though bunks are check wobbling and things so bright with my partner in St. George's Northeast. What is going on? It seems as though 9-6 do looking solid at all. Because any one of them move, the thing gone, Any one of them fall, the thing gone, If you say police arrest bunks at check is the end of them, So they have to be careful. That is why we NNP have to be careful. We have to do the work. Hello?
No, not yet. We good. Let's take a small break and we'll be back. Time check for you again. It's 21 minutes past 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
We will be back after a little bit of vibes.
Yeah.
Bye. You asking me what is wrong with Trinidad? You can't understand why things go on so bad. You find we so rich in human resources, and yet the country going to pieces. Well, let me tell you, my friend, where we went wrong. After Eric Williams' old car breakdown, we called in an AR, we ordered an X-car and installed a new driver. With 33 passengers from the party, we gave him a maxi taxi, fitted with mag wheels, tape deck, computer, air conditioned 8-cylinder. With posh new fittings, this maxi car arrived. Then it started to swerve and nosedive. It took a year for passengers to realize they say the new driver cannot drive. Well, of the 33 chosen passengers, Ramnath, Pandey, Humphrey and Sudama, they wouldn't let the poor driver drive in peace. They distracting him and wouldn't cease. While he driving, they hitting him some big cloud. So he stopped the maxi and put them out. And to discuss their fate, they went to drink us straight by a club called 88. The driver called his sweet now friend Flash Gordon to give him some driving lessons. Flash appoints himself as the conductor, pushing around them passenger. Meanwhile the car running about helter-skelter. Pedestrians started to scatter. Ellis Clark had to stay alive. He says the new driver cannot drive.
We subject ourselves to scrutiny, and we've never held public office. But those who've held public office for 38 years cannot go on the Kelon Bob show. They do not appear on the Calistro Faria show. They do not appear on Beyond the Headlines. They do not have pocket meetings and give you the mic to ask them questions. So ask yourself, when they do not wish to subject themselves to your scrutiny, to answer your questions, to meet and greet and hear from you, why are they still coming back and asking you to allow them to represent?
Don't care, job, don't care, job, don't care. Job, don't care, job, don't care, job, don't care.
Job, don't care.
Yes, Mr. PM. Why are you not presenting yourself for scrutiny? That's the question. Because you make a big issue about who don't going on whose show and all kind of thing. Why you don't appearing on the Real FM show, Mr. PM? Where you get scrutinized.
He freed that, yeah.
And why we asking about scrutinizing? What is your asset, Mr. PM? Because Dr. Kit Mitchell used to hide his from John Public. You're not seeing yours. And whilst we at it, why the other 11 persons? Free. Because they had ample time. Because you, Mr. PM, knew about it and you did yours. Joseph Andal knew about it and he did his. Mm-hmm. Mr. Carnival knew about why the rest abscond. Why?
Hello.
Good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon. I come back with a question for GBN.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask GBN. GBN does do the program on Tuesday. It is Tuesday to does be the NMP. Right? Nobody do asking. And then the Wednesday supposed to be the government, that is the PM. I want to know why they don't asking them to come on the program Wednesday. What they have in a what? Talk show on a Wednesday. No, it's not supposed to be a talk show. If it's a talk show, it's supposed to be a talk show on Tuesday. Why? I want to know why.
All right, Ms. Jacob, but we don't have this kind of authority over GBN. Eh? The question could be asked, but we can't force them to answer.
We'll just ask them why.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ask them why.
All right, take care.
Okay, sweetheart?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Igwe.
Just, Mr. Cad, you're so correct. You know, Donald Trump never want people to look at his tax record, you know.
Yes.
Quote. That has to be
serious
written.
with that. Your quote has to
So
yeah.
those, you have some that we have to take to court.
But one of the things you find happening, KB, every time those guys go in front of the mic, they say something strange, or they have to walk it back. Yes, caller.
Hello.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
It where I don't get in, I don't want to try, I don't get in to put on the light.
For the live? For the live, you have WhatsApp?
Yes.
You don't mind? Message me on WhatsApp.
I'll have you to show me there. I trying it, but I don't get in it.
Message me on the WhatsApp. I'll send you a link.
We'll send you a link so you can go back and listen to the program.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, KB, every time these people speak, they bring anything into disrepute. First time they was on Carriacou Station, they say who go in jail.
Yeah.
They speak out a ton. Next one say public holiday next year. He speak out a ton. One say budget cutting, he speak out a ton. You understand? Now one say anytime if the police don't come, call him, he go deal with them. So like they don't match you enough, KB.
No.
And the PMI recognize that, so he can't put them up for scrutiny really.
They have to hide them from the press.
If they get vexed, they go to see what they do to say.
But PM, if you competent enough, present yourself as you're doing when you're there on the post cabinet briefing, just fight to answer all the questions.
You mean, and when
you was anything in the trade center, you're deciding who answer questions. So come.
Stage 3 those have.
Okay, a lot of people want to know.
Cast put together.
Yeah, come.
That evidence he had about cabinet conclusion, he ain't coming for
what evidence? Bare evidence?
Bare evidence? That new word? That new word?
Yeah, you have to be bare evidence.
Bare evidence
because if you holding that kind of evidence in your hand and you don't give the director of public prosecution,
you have to bring it.
Something no right.
We want it.
But you're addressing the nation, you know.
Yeah, you have to tell us.
Talking to people, big Matthew people.
Good afternoon to you all, gentlemen. Good afternoon.
Well, we do hear me one night what are going in.
Come we just didn't call your name, but in the back we ask you, we can.
I never miss me program, you know. My radio stick and that paper, and I even and on the TV now. I hook on and do the week when all you have things, Masakali and Andre and Dewey and some hard thing when I hear about the people that die, the taste in when children. That touch me, that send me and sleep, you know. That's why I don't call in all, you know. That I just wake up, you know. Yes. Anyhow, good morning to the Grenadian people, or good evening.
Good evening. It is sleeping in truth. It is sleeping in truth.
Kevin, what's going on in Grenada, boy? Grenadians, good evening. I just wake up. Anyhow, good morning, good afternoon to everybody who's listening. And the priest bless me today, so I get that double blessing so I drop asleep.
That's good.
That's nice.
Yes. Well, what? This is the worst I see what's going on. Anyhow, I listen all you. I don't catch up, Mr. Bullet.
Okay.
I just want all you to know.
You day alive, yes.
And Dr. Mitchell, Miss Yolandane.
Yes.
All these great people, Peter, Miss Delma Thomas, there's strong black women in this country that fight and do to help us, you know. Anyhow, good afternoon.
Yes.
Yeah, Dr. Mitchell is all right. I saw him this morning. I want him to go and run again, you know. I want him to go and run again.
You want him fit.
And do a little jump up.
Yeah, man.
He's too much. He sit down too much. And Grenadians and NNCites.
Stand up.
Real true NNCites that in Grenada listening, you know.
Yes.
Home and abroad.
Yeah, man.
I mean, you speak out, the man.
Yes,
Are you sleeping? It's like they like cattle for you to just keep quiet.
No, man.
Hey, speak out. Grenada is ours. Grenada is ours. We have a voice. And they just some of them again, they switch and they just hook on because I don't know. I'm not afraid to talk. Who want to curse me and tell me I have to put and curse me for kitchen case? It's all right. Grenada is mine.
Yes, man.
Grenada is mine. That's where I'm born and grow.
Yeah, man.
You know? And they don't say nothing about your hypocrites.
Yes.
Hey,
Yeah,
a bunch of hypocrites. Speak about NNPI. True NNPI that's real.
Yeah, man.
Come out and say something. Say what areas where they're hurting you and don't afraid to speak. There's a lot of dirt on some of these people, and they're hurting poor people in this country. Come on. Anyhow, you are tuning in for me with a breakfast to spin me. And we will see I will come back in a little later.
Yes.
And I want a call, I want NNPI call, I want NDCI call because all of them crying.
Yes,
all
man.
of them crying too, and them talking.
Yeah, high cost of
They're
living,
talking.
man. High
Yes.
cost of living.
High, yes.
Runaway
Yes.
inflation.
Four candle buy
Yeah, man.
$10.
The
I don't buy sugar and
$10,
everything. $10. That's the gospel truth. I have no reason to lie to nobody.
The
I love
100
Grenada. I don't hate nobody, but thing expensive. One
$100
Welch,
can stand
$10. One Welch. When I buy from the little van from Trinidad, I pay at $90, $100. Every week is a different price. Every week is a different price.
going up all the
You
time.
understand? So you can't sell it for the $8. You have to make a profit for yourself too. You understand?
Yes, yes.
Yes. A little bourbon is 75 cents. Every week is a different price. And I just sit back because somehow you get a little money or you from a legal, you something from the pension thing there. And I use NNPI and I love NNP. I just say, speak up, man.
Speak up, man.
Come out. and
Cost
talk.
of living
Call
hot
any
in the
radio
paining,
station.
man.
Call all radio station what does Grenada and phone and whatever.
Complain.
Call and speak when things bother, because a lot of people grinding. A lot of people belly out in them. Me and all, but are still hanging in there because I have children. God bless his children and good friends in Grenada. Peter don't leave me hungry. Yeah, anyhow, I'll come back in a little later. Give
Okay.
people a chance.
All right, take care.
Master Carl.
Yay.
Master Carl.
Yay.
I have to start praying for you more. Oh God, where you come on? Where you come on, boy? I love you with all my heart.
All right. Prayers for your blessing for your Master Carl.
Yes, sir.
I want to big up Jack Bay and his wife in America. And Jack Bay, I should tell you, well, your brother, they cut your brother throat, boy. They send him home. They send Naxi Bain and the whole crew home.
Yeah, I want to say, before we go on, I want to say happy birthday to Desmond and Reggie. I hope I got the name right. Reggie Charles. It's coming from the big brother Linus inside of Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay. And also my representative, Skita Lewis. Wish you all the best. And all the supporters of St. Andrews Notice. NNPites. Get together, pull yourself up, and build your organization. In every village, we want a functioning NNP party support group. When we get there, we will prepare ourselves for power not too long.
How long? Not long.
Not long. Have confidence in your leadership. Have confidence in NNP. We are alive. We're kicking. And we prepare to run the full course.
Full course.
So we're asking you to stand up. Get together. Sister Maclina, cap ahead. You know, Brother Aaron from Paul's, Sachemi, all the hard-working NNPites in St. Andrews Notice. We're asking you to get together and build your organization, Brother Lennox.
Let's take that call. Good afternoon, caller.
I just come back for one time.
Yes.
I don't give me cold bombs at KV, you know. KV, you give me cold bombs there when I speak about NNPites and come out and them things. So, you understand?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, out of the NDC, okay, I want you to cut your throat one.
I know.
You understand? I want you to beat you.
I know.
They say, "Kabi, you don't afraid of man eyes." I don't afraid of biting him free.
Yeah.
Yeah. You understand?
Yeah, man.
And look at Kami because I see the benefit.
From NNP?
You understand?
Yeah.
In this country, yeah, I tell you, we try to work with shoes, with foot, with
Two
shoes.
pairs of shoe.
We are nice road. When I see my boss drop me home this morning and step out. Grenadians, are you just quiet? You benefit from NNP. Grenadians, we benefit. We're not speaking, we just stay in a shell. Because we don't do no shit. I could do me what you want. If I want to throw me, without speaking.
You're right.
I'm talking.
Yeah.
And my birthday is Tuesday, Grenadians.
Tuesday?
Everybody had to remember Tuesday. That was I had to have blessing and sleep. Sprinkle all you had on me. Anyhow.
Take care.
And that is what I need you all to always ring the bell for them and tell them we are alive.
Yeah, man.
And we need more strength. Come on.
Yeah, man. Better get into the groups, man.
He's falling, you prop it up.
Yeah,
we have
man.
piece of bamboo. We need everybody to come out and speak. And if you don't come in out there, you're not real NPI.
Yeah.
Later.
All right, take care.
Yeah.
Igwe, I see a man beginning up there. Do you want that?
Yeah. Walk on, big bro. You good? I hope you're good, man.
And it's one thing Master Carl prepared to involve in little training in the different constituency.
But people afraid they lose their work too. Maybe that way
there
they're talking.
there is no excuse.
There's no excuse,
No
eh?
excuse. Don't use that as excuse.
But sometimes if they're the only little
Yeah,
work
but
you have,
not.
you work.
You have a lot of people
They
who
will squeeze it.
You have a lot of people who could speak out. You know,
Still, besides those that
understand those vulnerable. You have a
Mhm.
lot of people
that could
who
talk.
could speak up and they're just not doing anything.
Mhm.
We have to motivate them and encourage them to come out and do some serious political work to help build the organization.
Good
Hello?
afternoon. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon. I will come back. I forget to tell you all that you know the my little brother that was called from last time, his mommy died Thursday.
Okay.
She died Thursday. That gone, she name is Miss Rosanna.
Okay.
Rosanna dead Thursday.
Well, my condolences to him and his family.
Yes, that's why you see he don't call you. He just call on a Sunday.
Okay. Okay. Thanks for the information, Ms. Jacob. Yes, and that's nice to remember our people, you know.
You can't forget them.
Yeah, empathize with them, you know.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I understand what you're saying, Kiwi, but you know,
yeah, no excuse for people.
Kibi, my question is to the Honorable Prime Minister, he talk about scrutiny. Why he,
don't come for scrutiny.
the Honorable Cornwall and Joseph was prepared for the Integrity Commission and the Order 11? What happened to them? Because as far as I understand, it's liability and so on, and a lot of them, because they didn't work before you don't had.
No, if you never had a job, you don't own anything. Much.
Is there a sinister plot behind that? Are they shielding somebody?
You see, if two persons don't go, refuse to go in front of the commission, they go ask why these two persons, why everybody go except these two persons. So if about 6 or 7 of them don't go, well, they could use it as a blanket to cover up for the two bad eggs they have.
Is it a mechanic man with a greasy hand? So Gates, you got to lock them.
Yeah, man.
And get Mano Benjamin too.
Question them, demand. Who's full?
But it's serious business, eh?
Yeah, man.
No, but I look forward to the presentation of the budget, KB.
Yeah, that's
because the last budget, the present Prime Minister had a lot to say.
Yeah, man.
Tokenism and election budget. No, you don't have no election budget.
I wonder what you have to give.
So I want to see what you have to offer
the
to the ordinary man
on the street.
Because you promised them to bring down cost of living. You promised them, the people in Baghdad, you tell them about poverty and you promise them. So I want to see what in the budget you have for the people in Baghdad.
Yeah, man.
I want to see what you have in the budget for the Imanis. I want to see what you have in the budget for the contract workers.
Yeah, man.
I want to see what you have in the budget for the Rastaman and you tell how the marijuana.
Yeah, man.
We want it.
I want to see what you have for the less fortunate among us. Those that deserve on the social safety net program. I want to see
how much money you make.
Because your supporters think you is the best thing since sliced bread. So and some people feel you do good Because some people say it's the worst thing what pass.
Yes, man.
So you have a task to disprove or dispel or to prove certain things to the Grenadian people. So the stage is set for you tomorrow.
The bar is high. Drum that bar, you know.
I just hope that you bring something, because you see Keith Mitchell, he bring tokenism. But when Keith Mitchell, he bring the basket of goods, KB.
Yes, man. You could choose from it.
And he zero rate items to bring a positive vibes for people want to see. The basket of goods, Mr. PM. You put more items in that basket. VAT, Mr. PM. The removal of VAT for 12 months, we're waiting. And KB, what is so instructive here? We're waiting to see new plans for revenue stream, the improvement in the collection of revenue.
That is important.
So we wait. We are wait, Mr. PM. You have anybody online, guys?
No.
We are with Mr. PM.
They calling the wrong phone. 442-0175. Don't call the next number.
442-0175. The court of public opinion.
It's a serious court, okay?
Could be used as a dangerous weapon, political weapon. If you're spreading lies and people believe in the lie, court of public opinion will put you in jail.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
KB, how is everything?
Fine, fine.
Yes. I'm speaking from Upper Capital.
Okay, how you doing, mommy?
KB a day, man, a day. We keeping good.
That's good.
No matter we don't talking about NNP all the way.
That's
they can't
good.
beat us. We
That's
did.
good.
We're afraid.
Keep the faith.
More than the faith.
The faith,
They have to
man.
will and turn again.
Yes, man. I like your spirit. Okay, at least that's your contribution. And then PI it's called.
15 minutes on to the hour 4 o'clock.
Yeah, man.
15 more minutes left inside the
danger.
program. Independent Talk, Sundays.
The court of public opinion. My God. Master Carl says it's dangerous.
The court of public opinion don't have more see, like jabbing, you don't care.
They lie on you and people believe they lie not. You can't get away.
Good afternoon. Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Gentlemen?
Yes, we're hearing you.
All right, good. I'm hearing you all now. KB,
Hi.
the People's Court is the strongest court in the land.
Yes.
And without a doubt, KB, I could tell you that I watch this program from the USA, the People's Court. It's a very powerful program. It deals for the people. And KB, let me say that to you. NNP is strong and alive, man. We're kicking very, very strong and hard.
Nice.
Yes, man. I'm calling from the middle of Paradise, man. Paradise Coco, man.
Okay, great. How's Sister Kate doing?
Sister Kate in America, man. She got to live her first man. She's excellent.
Oh, she gone in America.
Yes, she's there right now as we speak.
Okay.
Yes. And that's my neighbor, very close.
I must pass and look for her mom.
Yes. So we're holding hard, man, and we're strong.
Okay, nice.
I will tell you who I am, man. I'm Marisho, man. In
Okay, Marisho. I'll pass it by chest there.
Exactly.
All right, I'll pass it back there and look for you.
All right, my brother. Happy evening to you all.
Okay, all the best. Yes.
KB, the people asked me 3 a.m. this morning to ask on this thing. If the 500 houses for parish would be mentioned in the budget. Remember the promise of 500 houses? With backyard and thing?
Oh, yes.
Only one with swimming pool.
Yeah, people want to know the swimming pool in every parish too.
And the ganja.
Yeah, so... so with the budget. Good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon.
Master Carl.
Yes,
I know I don't have much time again on the program, eh?
Yeah.
Master Carl, so when they tell everybody as ministers in this present government to present the artists and they go and lie and say they check those bones, what they could do to them, they could jail them?
Assets and liabilities.
I want to get the knowledge to know. I want to know.
Well, listen. When they present the information to the Integrity Commission, the Integrity Commission does go and investigate him.
Oh, yeah, they're going to investigate.
So they can lie, you know. So you didn't lie.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
criminal. Then.
There was a criminal charge against
So you didn't lie, it's criminal.
They can't lie.
Okay.
Tomorrow is, I call deadline.
Understand.
I know you
But it's
consider.
not all of them that, come out to tell the Grenadian people how much money they have in England and how much money they have in the bank here and how much property they have in their name and they do nothing wrong to get it. And, if they could prove that, but not all of them that come out.
It will be investigated.
Only 3 that come out.
Well,
No, the rest ask for some time. Let me give them time.
Oh, they ask for some time. Well, yes, I just asking question too. Yeah.
They ask for some time. So after such time, we will know.
All right. Yeah, listen to Mr. Larry Joseph wife speak the night, and she explained everything. So they had to come clean and come and say what they have. All right, Carco people, are you good evening? And Patty and Mr. Watt and Yolan, Miss Yolan Smith, everybody listen to this program on a Sunday. And old people too, all over. As long as they could get, The way the good news, the new driver can drive. He
can make it.
Yes.
You love the tune.
I don't make me day. I don't make me day, Hey, Lord God.
You love the tune.
What I love about the program, and I feel really good at that Grenadian, you all do your research, and you always ask, when you bring up something on the radio, you say, if it's not true, bring all your facts. Because you have your facts. And nobody is calling in and say, well,
it's not true.
that is not true.
Good.
You understand?
Yeah, man.
They just stay quiet and silent. But when they meet you on the street, they have something to say. Anyhow, I'll continue. Have a good evening.
Thanks, Camille.
Xavier? Xavier, man.
Hey, man.
I'm one here for you, Igwe. What is the budget for the people in the lower socio-economic strata?
That sounds like Mr. Pierre.
But that's a hard one. That's a hard one. There is no.
The Prime Minister should explain why he is firing the people he promised to make permanent. Mr. Pierre.
Answer that no.
No, but I look forward to the, like I tell you, for the Imanis and the contract workers. Because they promised them that thing, and then we go make them permanent and all kind of thing like that. So we look forward to. So the budget is interesting, KB?
Of course, yes.
Yeah, we look
We're going to give you the guidelines at which direction and whose interests the government will seek.
Yeah.
Whether it's the poor man interest, whether it's the friend interest, or whether it's big companies. We going to know.
KB, ask your son to come out and tell us what happened to his plane he bragged about coming to Carrico. Why the plane they know? Or where the plane they know? I think he's trying to say.
I'll call my son tomorrow.
Yeah, you need to call your son and have a serious talk with him.
The people on my son back one.
Yeah, they didn't even.
You see, take credit. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Mr. KB.
How you doing?
Mr. Keaton.
Hi.
And, okay, Igwe?
Yes, that's it.
I was good evening. I don't know where to start.
Just see what on your mind.
What on my mind is they make people come down in the seed office to re-register.
Mm-hmm.
When they come, they pass on us like dogs. Then they call, they say they didn't know nothing about it. Then they call again, a woman come and say, they go come in your house. So we had to match back in your house, but they to come in your house.
To assess you.
Have,
to see if you qualify.
to see what they could.
So if you are TV and fridge, you're in trouble. You they go say you wealthy. My God.
Oh, my dear. So much to say. I don't know if you could pick up my number. You have my number? You see my number?
No. You can't.
I want to give a number, but tell Carl Keaton.
Mm-hmm.
Send a number, so I will call him and you'll look.
What's the number again, Igwe?
404
Mm-hmm.
2642.
Wait, let me get a book.
The lower economic strata.
Yeah, man.
Words.
Hold on.
Time check for you, 8 minutes on to the hour, 4 o'clock inside the studios of Real FM.
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah, man.
You good?
Between on your this thing about the seed
Give me the
program.
number now.
404
404
2642.
Okay.
2642. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
All right, thank you.
This thing about the seed program.
I realize your face change.
They could hurt a lot of people. Yeah.
I realize your face
Yeah,
change.
you see what happened is the poorest of the poor that you're solving, and when you start to victimize these people, you could feel the pain in these people's voice. The seed program, you should never interfere with that. People depend on that for the survival.
Keep them and they was in this Savory place and they take out a picture where they eating big food and a man say if that isn't the only thing, they check out poor people.
Yeah, but I mean, that seed program is.
And KB, that is why I
Yes,
tell you
well-
all year on in the program about integrity.
You see the program.
Where is the bastion of integrity now?
This thing was so well run by Lenora George. The people in St. Lucia asked the government of Grenada to send her over so she can guide them, you know. It was so well run here.
Transformation.
So the St. Lucia government asked the Grenada government to send Miss Lenora George over to St. Lucia so she can teach the people in St. Lucia how well to run the program.
Gates are sending you a clip there. I want a clip before we go.
Hello?
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Well, I await the budget patiently, but my contention is the debate. If the Prime Minister, in every socket, he don't give a minister a chance to speak. They have 2 hours on the debate. How they working out this thing?
You go bring the PRO to answer a question again.
Well, yes, you go have to call, just as how he call one from the audience in the town hall meeting. They would have to do that.
And separated?
Yeah, you go have to bring somebody to debate for them.
Of course, because if you always...
You could debate for all of them, man.
Right?
You could debate for all of them.
Yeah, you could talk for all of them. He's a lawyer. He could talk, you know.
But he could talk, but he doesn't watch people. He doesn't watch him on the corner.
No, he does watch up in the sky. He's a sky man. He does deal with. He's seen something in the sky.
Nah, I find it on the side.
You find it on the side? I
Yeah,
find it in the
the
sky to the left. He does aim. He does just aim and stay there.
Where you calling from, Carrico?
No, I'm calling from Grenville.
You're calling from Grenville, okay.
All right.
All right, take care.
Okay.
You calling from the sky? Yeah. Hold on, ask something here for you. Let me give you one time. You agree? Everything calling from the
You asking me what is wrong with Trinidad? You can't understand why things go on so bad. You find we so rich in human resources, and yet the country going to pieces. Well, let me tell you, my friend, where we went wrong. After Eric Williams' old car breakdown, we called in an AR, we ordered an X-car and installed a new driver. With 33 passengers from the party, we gave him a maxi taxi, fitted with my wheels, tape-deck computer, air-conditioned 8-cylinder. With posh new fittings, this maxi car arrived. Then it started to swerve and nosedive. It took a year for passengers to realize. They say the new driver cannot drive.
And NDC government will put an end to contract workers in the public service as soon as it takes office. There is no need for a parallel public service in Grenada. All workers will be given permanent status. And NDC government will put an end to contract workers in the public service as soon as it takes office. There is no need for a parallel public service in Grenada. All workers will be given permanent status.
Don't care, job, don't care, job, don't care. Job, don't care, job, don't care, job, don't care.
Them could say anything.
You hear the kind of recklessness, KB? You hear the kind of recklessness?
This is crazy statement.
So I wait. So the budget I feel the Prime Minister go announce everybody permanent. Because that's what they say.
Anyhow, good evening.
You don't call again?
No, we good. That's
Okay.
it. We to the end.
Well, next week again.
Yeah.
Happy to be here.
Yeah. All right, folks, take care. And next Sunday again for another independent talk. I enjoyed myself this one. All right, bye.
This is Caribbean Life. You asking me what is wrong with Trinidad? You can't understand why things go on so bad. You find we so rich in human resources, and yet the country going to pieces. Well, let me tell you, my friend, where we went wrong. After Eric Williams' old car breakdown,